Forget computer engineering, forget computer science. Prompt engineering is the future. AI has enabled us to do so many things. We can do things faster, we can do more than what we used to be able to do, but it's more than just a single sentence. The subtitle I see here on the screen pretty much sums it up. Prompt engineering is essential to harnessing the power of large language models, aka LLMs, aka AI. There are many strategies and techniques to prompt engineering, and I'm sure there's going to be more coming out. And there's things that are more beginner level, things that are more advanced level. But for this video, I want to start with what the title was, which is the CoStar framework. And before we talk about the CoStar framework, I want to go ahead and say, hey, you should subscribe because I'm going to be making more videos on prompting strategies, things like that as I learn, and I want to help you guys learn. And this is something I'm using in my day-to-day life. I use this for my job. We are very big in AI right now, and I promise you the biggest thing about it is the prompting. And I have to give a lot of credit to my boss. He is, a prompting genius in my eyes. And honestly, if I put him, rank him against other people, I really think he'd be up there. As a matter of fact, I think if he was involved with this prompting competition, this article I was reading, that he could have very well won it. I mean, I think he has a great grasp and he's taught us a lot, but this has helped me to break down exactly what he is saying. And I think that's kind of maybe one thing I've struggled with him is really understanding his thought process, but this has helped a lot. So we're going to start with this for my first video on prompting. It's going to be this CoStar framework. Now, this was the brainchild of GovTech Singapore's data science and AI team, and it's a good template for structuring your prompts. It considers all the key aspects that influence the effectiveness and relevance of an LLM's response, leading to more optimal responses. And that's just it. You want to get more out of what you're asking the AI, and you want to get things that are relevant to you and that give you the proper context. So the CoStar framework stands for context, objective, style, tone, audience, and response. So the first thing we have is the context. You want to provide background information on the task to the AI to help it understand your specific scenario. Then we have objective. We want to define what the task is that you want the AI to perform. So you want to be crystal clear about your objective, what you're trying to achieve, so that the AI can help you get to your goal. In style, we want to specify the writing style that you want the LLM to use. And I think you can tweak this format a little bit for like images, things like that, but we are going to focus on just text responses right now. So here you really want to tell the AI what you are looking for in terms of the style for the text. And so it's going to help you pick what words it's going to need to use and stuff to align with your style. Then we have tone. Tone is going to set the attitude of the response. Like, how do you want it to sound? You got formal, humorous, empathetic, other things. What are you trying to achieve? Then the audience is also important because it's going to identify who the response is intended for to also give that additional context to the AI of how and what words it might want to use. Like if you're talking to a child, you might want to not use any big words. You want to keep it simplistic. And then finally, response. This one's probably one of the least important ones because it's more if you're looking for a specific output. So if you are looking for a specific output, you're probably going to ask that anyway. But basically, you want to provide what the format you want for the response. As a developer, I do a lot of stuff in JSON. So I might ask for a JSON response. I might ask for a list instead of a paragraph. Things like that. Maybe like some kind of report. You're just telling the AI how you want to see your output. Before I go into my example, let's go ahead and take a look at the example in the article here because I think it's a good explanation to kind of fit together what I just explained about CoStar for each element versus what we actually put in there for each element. So we have this prompt here that they started with: write a Facebook post to advertise my company's new product. My company's name is Alpha and the product is called Beta, a new ultra-fast hairdryer. So let's see the output from GPT-4. Introducing the revolutionary Beta hairdryer by Alpha. Say goodbye to long, tedious hair drying sessions. Alpha is proud to unveil the Beta, our latest innovation in hair care technology. Ultra fast drying. The Beta is designed to cut your drying time in half thanks to its advanced, powerful motor. Get ready faster and enjoy more time doing what you love. Shop now. And you got the link. I'll be honest with you, I thought that was actually pretty good. In my opinion, I think that was a very good start. I'm not an expert at social media advertising, so I don't know. I probably would have went with that because it sounded good to me. So now let's go ahead and take a look at how we would tweak this with CoStar and really think about the different elements. So the context. The context is I want to advertise my company's new product. My company's name is Alpha and the product is called Beta, which is a new ultra-fast hairdryer. It's pretty much what we had to start with. Then we say our objective. Our objective is to create a Facebook post, which aims to get people to click on the product link to purchase it. So this is telling the AI that we want to get people to purchase our product. So that gives it a little more context. And allows it to really tweak things a little bit to say, oh, this is more of a salesy approach. Then style, follow the writing style of successful companies that advertise similar products such as Dyson. Now, what I'm finding, and I'll show you in my prompts here in a minute, is that it's not, I don't know how good it does with saying, okay, we'll take a look at Dyson and what it actually goes and fetches from that to actually try to use it for the style. But hey, it's still a good context here. And I think, as the AI evolves, this stuff like this is going to become even more powerful as it has more references to look at. Now for the tone, it says persuasive. That's it. All we want for this one is persuasive. We want to persuade the audience to buy something, which then brings us to audience. My company's audience profile on Facebook is typically the older generation. Tailor your post to target what the audience typically looks out for in hair products. So let's look at the response. The final piece, this is a Facebook post. Keep it concise yet impactful. So it wants the response as the actual Facebook post, concise yet impactful. Now we get a post that's a little more targeted and effective. Embrace effortless elegance with Alpha Beta, the ultra-fast hairdryer for the wise generation. So here we are targeting an older audience. Should it have been explicit as saying wise generation? I don't know. I feel like embrace effort elegance kind of tied it into an older audience, as elegance just to me is more of a mature word to use. Rediscover the joy of simple, effective hair care with Alpha Beta. Our latest innovation is more than just a hairdryer. It's a promise of swift, gentle, and reliable hairstyling for those who appreciate the finer things in life. Again, I feel like that statement, finer things in life, is what's tying it to the older generation, which is what they wanted. Easy and intuitive use. Say goodbye to complicated gadgets. Alpha Beta is crafted for comfort and simplicity, perfect for those who value straightforward, hassle-free technology. Time-saving technology. We understand your time is precious. That's why Alpha Beta cuts down drying time significantly, giving you more moments to enjoy life's pleasures. Make every day a good hair day with Alpha Beta. Experience the blend of sophistication and simplicity today. And your product link. While I did like the first post, I think this one definitely expanded in the areas that we wanted to expand. It gave us that more targeted audience and using more mature words in terms of something that would appeal to an older audience. And I think it worked very well. Now let's take a look at a more practical example for me, because it's probably going to be what helps me title this video. But I went ahead in here and said, write a good YouTube title for a video covering the CoStar prompting framework. So then it gave me unlocking creativity, mastering the CoStar prompting framework for dynamic interactions. This did not jump out to me, obviously. And so I went ahead and looked at employing CoStar. So I gave it context. I'm creating a YouTube video on the CoStar AI prompting framework. Then my objective, write a title that aims to attract people that are interested in improving their AI prompts. So one question I have here, should I say, write a YouTube title? Do I need to give that context if I already gave it here? It's, something I just think about and different ways you could tweak your prompt. Title should entice people to want to know more so that they click on and view the video. For style, follow the styles of highly viewed YouTube videos in the AI education categories. Now, can I actually do this? I don't think it's actually really doing this at this point. I think that it gives it the context of, okay, I want something strong, something that's successful, and maybe we'll look up, reference different strategies for AI or for YouTube titles. Then the tone should be persuasive and intriguing with a bit of humor if it fits. So this is one thing, I like to get a little bit of humor in things. I don't know, it's just me, I just want to do it. But I found that if I say make it humorous or something like that, it comes on a little strong and corny a lot of times. So I tried a little something here to say with a bit of humor if it fits. I don't want it to apply humor if it doesn't make sense. Only apply humor if it actually fits the context of what we're doing. Then my audience is people of all ages who have an interest in becoming better at writing AI prompts to get better results. Honestly, I do want to appeal to everyone, because at this point, everyone would want to learn the AI. It could be younger generation, could be middle age, and even some older generation folks out there. I just want to appeal to everyone. So I wanted something really general. And then finally, I kind of stole this from the other example. I just said the title should be impactful and concise. I don't want it to drag on and on. So the first thing it gave me back was boost your AI game, secrets of CoStar prompting framework revealed. So here, what I'm getting from this is that, hey, I don't think it really knows what CoStar prompting framework is. But I went ahead and said one last thing, the title should be YouTube search friendly. So I do want to try to make sure it is search friendly. So Then it gave me skyrocket your AI skills, master the CoStar prompting framework today. Again, still the CoStar prompting framework just isn't cutting it for me. And AI skills, I think that's a little bit better than AI game from a search perspective. So I think it did actually do that. So then I was like, give me 5 more ideas. And so we got 5 more ideas here. And then I said, prompt engineering is a highly searched term. Can you incorporate that into the title? Because I mean, that really is the goal of the video, prompt engineering. So then I said prompt engineering perfection, mastering the CoStar framework. I actually like that one. Elevate your AI, advanced prompt engineering with CoStar tips. That one's not quite jumping out at me, but it's not bad. Become a prompt engineering pro, CoStar frameworks, the deep dive. Unlock AI potential, the art of prompt engineering in CoStar. Kind of cool. Revolutionize your AI. I don't like revolutionize. I would rather I almost look at like mixing these. And that's what you should do when you're doing this. Keep in mind, the AI is still not perfect. It's going to give you things, but you need to use your own. But don't turn your brain off just because you're using AI. Tweak it a little bit. Now, this is when I was like, okay, something's not right about this CoStar framework piece. So I'm like, do you know what the CoStar framework, prompt framework is? And it says no. As of my last update in April 2023, there was no specific AI framework or tool known as the CoStar prompt framework. So if we go up here in the left and look, GPT-4 is supposed to, have DALL-E browsing and analysis. Well, I didn't know you really kind of have to force it. So it said it didn't know what it was. So then it just assumed what it was. It said, if the prompt framework refers to a specific methodology or software related to improving interactions with AI systems, then what does it say? I wouldn't have specific details on it. However, I can still provide assistance based on general principles of AI, prompt engineering, and user interaction if you provide more details or context. So yeah, then I was like, well, why don't you do a search? Like come on, sometimes you gotta talk to it like you're talking to another person. Why don't you do a search? So here we actually picked up on the article, and I don't know if this was the exact article because it did talk about the prompt engineering competition, but it did talk about the CoStar framework, and it was developed by. And so I was like, okay, great. Now that you know what specifically what CoStar is, do you have any other title suggestions based on the criteria I gave earlier? So revolutionize your AI, master CoStar prompt engineering for superior results, unlock AI mastery, step up your AI game, elevate AI responses from good to great AI, transformative CoStar prompt engineering secrets. This one I kind of like a little bit. So anyway, you might end up, you've probably already seen one of these or some variation. I'm going to play with this a little bit longer. But as you can see, we went from going with this unlocking creativity, mastering the CoStar prompting framework for dynamic interactions. This was very plain Jane, kind of verbatim. I said the CoStar prompting framework. It went ahead and used that exact phrase till we come down here and look at this detail right here. You see above, it was CoStar with lower cases. Then I asked it to go ahead and do a search. Once we did the search, it now sees it as CoStar in all caps. So now it has the knowledge. And I did say it here, but I'm curious, if I wouldn't have said this, if I wouldn't have put it in all caps here, would it have still put it in all caps down here? So I don't know. I would hope it did, but it learned from what I told it here and then came up with these titles. And I like, talking about CoStar prompt engineering, I think is a little bit better way to look at it to fit in that prompt engineering context, like for that search. And then I'll probably go with some variation of these as you may have already seen. So anyway, I hope they helped you guys. Like I said, stay tuned for more. Go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to do more on prompting. This article actually has additional strategies in it. If we come back up here to the top, there are, CoStar was the first thing it went into. Then it talked about sectioning prompts with delimiters. I'm going to talk about that. System prompts with LLM guardrails. Gets a little more technical, but it's all technique. And this is the future, guys. Like, knowing what to say to the AI to get what you need is what's going to set you apart from other people. Yes, the AI is going to replace certain jobs. It's going to augment certain jobs. And that's kind of like the keyword I like to use. Allow AI to augment your job. Figure out how you improve yourself with the AI. That's the meaning of the future. So like I said, stay tuned, hit that like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video and we'll go over some more techniques.